Speak a little louder, I cannot understand. Oh, God, okay.
So the electrical activity starts at the radionuclide and then it goes to the Purkinje fiber. But during the current injury, sometimes because of the trauma or because of the damage of the membrane or because of ischemia, a part of the heart is not polarized. It's depolarized and the rest of the heart is polarized. So we have that QRS and
Lady, you should talk for your classmate, not yourself.
So do you have anybody
Anybody can understand it?
It's just
No.
like
to say it louder.
You see, you should explain it to your classmates.
She has voice.
No, this is something else.
I can okay in current
Speak a little.
Can say it again. Okay, in current injury, only a part of the heart it remains depolarized while the rest.
Write down on the board that. In current injury, it means if you have injury part in the heart, that injured part becomes depolarized and remains in depolarization. This is the first thing that you should take into consideration.
Does this, so for example, someone who was stabbed in their heart.
No, yes, trauma can actually, yes.
So the place where he was stabbed will remain depolarized.
Yes. What we are talking about myocardial infarction, specifically. Did you get it? We're talking about the problem doubles because I cannot read what I'm writing.
Yeah, she has to come sometimes.
Small.
But yeah, she
Is it
said
small?
like
It's small and it's cursive.
what is this?
How do we, what
You
how
should
do we-
write in an illegible.
Yes.
8,
Ex- Very good
Well,
point.
okay, in current injury, the injured part of the heart is depolarized. It's current. So,
Make a heart and draw a heart. No, bigger. So wow. This is the heart of the lover. Make it drawing. And then this is the form of a heart. Make an arrow too.
Make a jump.
For example, in left ventricle shows an injured area.
Can I see? Can I see?
So please, do you need help?
قلبها مصرانة
How do we draw it?
The injured part is negative.
The injured part becomes negative
Yeah.
all the time.
Yes, it remains negative. I think the heartbeat is also negative. And the negative charge is in the surrounding fluid. The causes of that are infection, which damages the membrane, and ischemia.
Infection, mechanical trauma, and myocardial infarction means occluding the coronary arteries. Causes part of the heart to be depolarized all the time. So, if part of the heart, part of the ventricle is depolarized all the time,
Not the heart. This
Is
is
it?
like a standard. It's a kidney.
It's a figure of a heart and it's correct.
no, suppose that will be correct. For example, so, show us part of the left ventricle that is depolarized.
What do you want?
Yeah,
You
but
show the part of the
left-
ventricle that is depolarized.
The depolarized portion
What,
would be the
here?
damaged one.
The damaged one,
And
exactly.
the repolarized one would be
Left
the
ventricle
normal.
depolarized.
Or,
Yeah.
oh.
It depends on the phase you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah. Can you,
Suppose that part is depolarized all the time.
can you draw the leads on here
The leads,
and then figure out where the injury is?
Yes.
Like this. This is here depolarized.
You see, when somewhere in the heart is injured, see, suppose that this is part of the heart that is injured. Means it remains in depolarization all the time. Now the cell is depolarized. Am I right?
It remains depolarized. It must be.
Yesterday we discussed that when there is depolarization, you have an arrow. The arrowhead, this is depolarized. The arrowhead will be diverted to the positive end. See, this is the apex. Here it is now at rest. When all the cells should be at rest, just like that. Part of the heart is just like that. I mean, this part send an arrow of depolarization from the negative area to the positive area. In normal electrocardiography, you have a zero line from the end of T to the initiation of P. It means the cell is remaining in depolarization. This is called rest. That should be fixed at zero line. Take a look at here. Here at the end of S, this is P, Q, R, S. This is called J point. Take a look. Here you have an injury potential. From here you should make a horizontal line and measure the part
of TB.
that is depolarized. How much? 5 S1 squared. In this V. And here, P, Q, R, S, see, make a horizontal line. Below the horizontal line, the previous PQ. Take a look. In limit 1, it is positive. In limit 3 is negative. 5 unit, 5 unit. Take a look. 5 unit positive in limit 1. This is limit 1. 5 unit negative in limit 3. This is the positive in end of limit 3. This is the negative. Make a projected vector. So you have this. Take a look. This is the injury potential. Injury potential initiated from this side. I mean, the posterior or inferior part of the right ventricle and projected to the anterior wall of the left ventricle. So which part now is remained in depolarization?
The anterior part.
Posterolateral of the let me read it from here. Where is my J point as the zero reference potential on the electrocardiogram for lead 1 and 2. Also, the method for plotting the axis of the injury potential is shown in the bottom of the panel. See, in this example, we have the posterior wall of the left ventricle or inferior view. Myocardial infarction. Now take a look at another example. Take a look at this one. You see here. Here, P, Q, R, S, C at the end. This is the J point. Make a horizontal line. 5 negative. This is limit 3. 5 positive here. See? In limit 1, we have negative. This is negative. In limit 3, we have positive. This is the projected vector. To the positive, here that would be negative. Which part of the left ventricle is here? Anterior. See? This is an anterior trace for V2. Take a look. Current injury in acute anterior wall infarction. Take a look at this one.
So is it always like between the axes? Or is it always anterior and posterior?
Posterior, anterior, inferior, yes. Even in the base, we have the same situation. See?
But it depends on the lead.
It depends on the lead, yes. But you should measure or you should draw the potential injury by using these vectors. Take a look at this one. See? PQRS. See? In 3, we have negative potential. In 2, we have also negative. See? Negative in 2, negative in 3. The projected is directed to the base of the heart. Means somewhere in the apex.
Doctor, could you point where the J point is? And
See? Here. PQRS. This is the end of S. This is the J point. Make a horizontal line. In limit 2, this is negative. Limit 3, PQRS T. This is the J point. Both in limit 2 and 3 are negative charges.
so we have to first point out where the J point is
Yes.
and draw a line.
Yes.
And then
Draw a horizontal line.
And then see the TP segment
The TP segment in the previous.
and before it.
Yes, before it.
So we have to see if it's high or low.
Why is it that in this example you used literally 1 and 3, and then in this example you
It's
used
based
2?
on what we have. It's based on what we have. What ECG leads to we have here.
We have 1, 2, and 3.
You can also use 1. You see, here in 1, it is actually in the isoelectric line. You can see, this is here. This is the J point. This is actually lies in the isoelectric one. It doesn't give you the injury potential in limit 1. Did you get it?
Because it's normal? And
No, here in limit 1 it is normal.
Okay.
We should find the injury current.
Mm.
Here, if we use limit 1, take a look. This is J point. Do we have an injury
No.
potential? We do not have. We use those that
Mm.
can show us injury potential. Question. Is that understood? Yes?
Yes.
So the S
Yes.
wave
At the end of S. At the end of
resembles the J point.
Find the J point, make a horizontal line. If it is above that, will be positive. If it is under
The
the
TP.
horizontal line, that will be negative.
When we want to count the squares, do we count like to the peak of the TP?
No, to the horizontal line. See? Take a look. This is the horizontal line. No, this is the line, not the peak. It
But-
doesn't matter.
So we count from
Even in F, you need the direction.
so just the direction.
Mostly the direction. The vector itself, the length of the vector, it actually gives you information about the
Voltage.
the amount of potential injury. If it is very big, means the injury is very massive.
Oh.
See? The extent of injury is actually shown by the length of the arrow, and the direction is actually shown the
Where?
base that the injured area is located.
So we start counting from the J point horizontal line till the 0 line.
Question? No. No question.
So
The horizontal line should be
Yes.
شوف هذا الزيرو لاين الجي بوينت تمثل بداية الأس
بداية الأسئلة.
هسه هاي مو الأس هنا
إيه.
ايش تسوي انت؟ ترجع لورا
جا
تبغى
خط خط
مو هذا
هوريزونتال
جي بوينت
Try
ترسم
to
الخط
للبي.
practice
لا لهنا تي
with
بي
your
هسه هاي مو
classmates,
تي
those
بي
who
اي
هاي مو تي بي
إيه.
هاي تي بي
understand
انت مو لقيت الجي
can
بوينت
help the
تبغى لورا
others
تبغى للتي بي
to
صعدة
find
فوق
the injured
هذا
صعدة
area.
فوق الجي بوينت لو صايرة جوا
لو
الجي
جوا
بوينت.
ايه اذا صار
إذا فوق جي بوينت صار مو جي بوينت
Chapters
إذا
1
صعدة
and
فوق
10,
ما له
11
حسب
and
إذا صار
12
لجوا
نيجاتيف.
are
نيجاتيف
included for the final
حسب
exam.
هنا
اسمع جيد.
If you have any question, you can write me on email or Telegram or call me on. If I know the answer, I can